What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, I was not really planning on doing a live stream today, but I saw the news come through my phone of the list of all-star reserves, and I was like, you know what? Let's go live. Let's talk through this because this is semi-breaking news. The fact is that today, this afternoon, just about an hour ago, the WNBA officially put out their All-Star Game reserves list. And we got some names. We got a dozen names, and we're going to break those down for you in the stream. We're going to go one by one. We're going to talk about some legends of the game. We're going to talk about some breakout players in really fantastic seasons. And we're going to talk about some rookies because, y'all, the rookies have been cooking this year. Some first-timers in this list, yeah, it's about to be fun. So, regardless of what you all think about the names of the players who made it and did not make it, there is a massive snub that I do want to talk about at the end. But thank you all so much for doing this. Thank you all so much for joining, and let's get into it. So let's walk through 12 of the players. We're gonna take a full look-see at the list, and then we're gonna go play by player. Okay. So first up, let's look at the entire list. Okay, so the list of all-star reserves, because we already know the actual all-stars who are starting, which if you don't know those, we'll go through them at the end. But the list of all-star reserves is Sonia Citron, Skylar Diggins, Ryan Howard, Kiki Iriafen, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Alyssa Thomas, Kayla Thornton, Courtney Williams, Gabby Williams, and Jackie Young. So those are the players who are on the reserve list. Yes, there are some other players that y'all are like, wait, how did this person not become an all-star? We're going to talk about it in a second. But first, let's go through player by player, starting off with Skylar Diggins. Now, Skylar Diggins, I mean, dog, she is the one of the queens of longevity in the WNBA. 34 years old. She has 2 kids. And this is her 7th All-Star selection, her first time being an All-Star as a member of the Seattle Storm. And fun fact, the reason why I mentioned the kids part is that this is the first All-Star selection for Skylar Diggins since returning from her second maternity leave in 2024. So yeah, shout out to Skylar Diggins Smith. She is showing that, hey, you can do it all. You can have kids, you can birth them yourself, and you can still play at an elite level. And so far, she's doing it this year, absolutely. She is 5th in active players when it comes to points. Y'all, she's putting in 18.5 points a game, nearly 6 assists per game. And also, guys, remember, she is in her 11th season in the WNBA. She's shooting around 45% from the field, 42% from the three-point line. And y'all, Skylar Diggins is Skylar Diggins, okay? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I think she is flat out fantastic. She really got in her groove in Unrivaled this past offseason, and she has been flowing and really making stuff work for Seattle. Seattle is a very good squad, and a huge part of Skylar Diggins' success, or a huge part of Seattle's success, is because of Skylar Diggins. Okay. Next up, let's talk about the next person on the list, and it is Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum with the LA Sparks. She is another walking bucket. This is her 4th appearance in the All-Star game for Kelsey Plum. And her first appearance with the LA Sparks. Remember, she was a part of that massive 3-team trade where she was previously with the Las Vegas Aces. Now she's with the Sparks, and she is providing a huge spark for her squad. She is 4th in the WNBA when it comes to points at 20.1 points a game. She's 7th. She is 7th in assists in the WNBA, averaging 5.6 assists per game. Also, she's shooting that free throw that free throw shot really well. You know, if you foul Kelsey Plum, you know what she's going to do. She's going to get to that line. She's going to put up a smile, and she's going to drain a shot. She's shooting around 90% from the free throw line. And, fun fact, she is third in the WNBA in three-point shots made with 44 three-pointers on the season so far. She remains one of the toughest covers in the WNBA. When it comes to Kelsey Plum, the thing that makes her so dangerous is not just the fact that she can shoot, but also the fact that she is a really good passer as well. Like, that's something that she has been developing over the years. We saw her develop it a whole lot more last season when she had to play the point for parts of the year. And we see this year with LA, she is just absolutely rocking and rolling. Fun fact, guys, she was the MVP of the 2022 WNBA All-Star Game. And so can Kelsey Plum do it again and become the MVP of the All-Star Game? Time will tell. But Kelsey Plum is a big shot taker and a big shot maker. Okay, moving on to her former teammate, we have Jackie Young. Jackie Young, is doing her thing this year. This is her fourth consecutive All-Star team nomination for the big J.O. She has been a quiet assassin for the Aces. That's what she's always been. She is putting up 17.3 points a game. She is, this isn't her best year in terms of scoring, like I would say second best year, but she's incredibly efficient. When it comes to Jackie Young, you know what she's going to do. She's going to give you a lot of consistency, right? 43% from the field, about 31% from the three-point line. She's another player that if you foul her, if she gets to the free throw line, yeah, she's not going to smile like Kelsey Plum, but she's going to drain those free throws, okay? All right, she's a 90% free throw shooter for J.O. She is arguably one of the most well-rounded players in the league. However, I would say this year is a little bit like, sometimes we've seen her like really, really off, like for example, that last game that she played in. But like overall, J.O. is a really awesome player, and it's fun to see her in the All-Star Game once again. Okay, let's continue on down the list. Let's talk about Rhyne. Rhyne Howard, y'all. Rhyne Howard from the Atlanta Dream. Y'all, here's the thing. Rhyne Howard is an elite player, right? She came to the WNBA from Kentucky and was just a big shot maker, a big shot taker from day one. This is her third All-Star nomination in just 4 seasons. She is leading the WNBA in made threes. This is because as y'all have seen this year, there are a ton of threes that she has taken and making this year. She's averaging around 16.8 points a game. She is also passing that basketball as well. So that's something to note. Like, Rhyne Howard is great. She's really, really great. She is running a different system, right? With the sort of 3-point heavy nature of her game now. We see a lot of that if you watch Ryan's game, but overall she is an elite player. And hey, I'm not surprised at all that Rhyne Howard is once again a WNBA All-Star, okay? All right, 4.7 assists per game. She can pass the ball as well, okay? So 4.7 assists per game for a shooting guard. That's a really, really, it's a really good playmaking from your shooting guard. And so, yeah, don't sleep on Rhyne Howard because she is awesome. And fun fact, guys, Rhyne Howard becomes just the 4th player in Atlanta Dream history to earn 3 All-Star selections while they were a member of the Atlanta Dream, and so that's cool. Also, this is the 7th time ever that the Atlanta Dream has had multiple players in the All-Star Game. A reminder that, yes, Rhyne Howard is a reserve player, but we also have Alysha Gray, who is going to be a starter. So that is something to note as well. All right, let's move on to the hometown hero. Her name is Kelsey Mitchell, guys. Kelsey Mitchell, I'm sure Indiana fans are jumping for joy and also not surprised as well because Kelsey Mitchell has been doing her thing this year. Kelsey Mitchell, third consecutive All-Star selection for her. She is putting up really, really awesome numbers. I would say career high numbers for her. 19.3 points a game for Kelsey Mitchell. Right? This is someone who has had double-digit scoring in every game this season, which is another huge feat. The Fever offense, in a lot of ways, it runs through Kelsey Mitchell. We've seen her just put her team on her back and just make some stuff happen. And so she is averaging lately, it feels like she's averaging like close to 25 points a night, every single night. And yeah, she's a beast. She's someone who could just put up buckets. A fun fact for her, on May the 28th in a game against Washington, Kelsey Mitchell eclipsed 4,000 career points, becoming just the 5th fastest guard to ever do that. That's pretty cool. She did that in just 238 games. And so, yeah, Kelsey Mitchell is doing her thing. And also, another fun fact, did you know that Kelsey Mitchell recently surpassed 500 career rebounds? She passed 500 career rebounds on June the 27th, and it made her the 4th fastest player in the WNBA to have 4,000 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists, and 500 three-pointers made. I tell you, all these random stats, like, You gotta love the random stats, okay? Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about Courtney Williams, guys, the mid-range assassin herself. Y'all, Courtney Williams is back in the All-Star conversation. This is her second appearance ever in an All-Star game. She is with the Minnesota Lynx, and the Minnesota Lynx are looking pretty good. Of course, ignore what they did for the Commissioner's Cup. But besides that, they've been doing anything. They're 16-2 on the season so far. And Courtney Williams is someone who can do a little bit of everything. She can score. As I said earlier, she is what I would call a mid-range assassin. She's averaging around 12.9 points a game. Nearly 6 assists as well. She's also grabbing some boards, 5 rebounds, and almost 2 steals a night. She is one of those sort of glue players for the Minnesota Lynx. When you need someone to just make some stuff happen, right? Of course you got, the MVP right now in Napheesa Collier. But for the Minnesota Lynx, they also have the luxury of having a player like a Courtney Williams, and I believe she will be streaming all of WNBA All-Star. And so, yeah. Just saying. So make sure to follow Courtney Williams and Napheesa Heidemann, because they're gonna be there, and they're gonna be very entertaining. They're gonna be very, very entertaining. I gotta see if I could appear on their show. That'd be really fun. We about to get to Slim, Tulip. We about to get to Slim. Okay, we about to get to her. Okay, all right. Yeah, if you didn't know, Courtney Williams is 10 years into the WNBA, and she's shooting around 41% from the field. This is her first appearance in the All-Star game since her 2021 season with the Atlanta Dream, okay? So second appearance total, but first since she was with the Atlanta Dream. All right, let's move on to another player that I was like, okay. We got one of 2 rookie sensations that we got to talk about in this All-Star Reserve class. We have Sonia, Citron, the number 3 pick in the WNBA draft. She has earned her first All-Star nomination. Guys, in just year one, Sonia Citron has been doing her thing and has shown the whole world that she means business, okay? She absolutely means business. All right. So far this season for Sonia Citron, she has been rocking and rolling. So far this season, she is averaging 14.6 points a game, 4.9 rebounds a game, 2 assists a game, and about 1 steal a game as well. I mean, and dog, what can you say about Sonia Citron? She is someone who can knock down that three very, very well, and has been a huge spark plug for this very young and fun Washington Mystics squad. From the three so far this year, she's averaging 38% from the three. She's averaging 46% from the field overall. And yeah, she's just been rocking and rolling so far in these 18 games for the Washington Mystics. And I got to talk about her teammate. Kiki Iriafen is another rookie who is in this year's All-Star Game, which is really, really fun to see. Kiki Iriafen is just another player who is just, I've told y'all before, Kiki plays like she is unafraid. She plays like she is not afraid of anybody. So far this season, she's averaging 12.3 points a game, 8.3 rebounds a game as well. She is, hey, put anybody against Kiki Iriafen, and she's going to go right at them. She's going to give it her best. She's going to give it her all. And you better be watching. You better be watching if you have Kiki Iriafen on the offensive end, because she got some moves. She got some moves, absolutely, and she has been rocking and rolling for this team. She has been a big force for the Washington Mystics on the boards and in the post. All right, let's continue on to Gabby Williams with the Seattle Storm. Gabby Williams, the 28-year-old, will make her first trip to the WNBA All-Star Game. She has had a really, really awesome breakout season, I would say. She is someone who has been with the Seattle Storm for a long time. And in her 7th year in the WNBA, she has been getting in her bag, right? 13.3 points a game, 4.7 rebounds a game, 4.7 assists per game, and leading the league in steals with 2.6 steals a game as well. She is one of the best defenders in the WNBA. And not just that, again, not only is Gabby Williams an elite defender who can guard just about anybody on the court, she can shoot as well. She could shoot as well. 43% from the field for Gabby Williams. She's also averaging 34% from the three as well. And so, yeah, Gabby Williams, she is definitely a two-way player while also doing it, of course, doing it with the defense, but also having career highs in points and assists. She really is the defensive engine for this squad. And I'm really happy that Gabby Williams has made the All-Star Game. She was one of the players that I voted for when I did my vote, because she's one of those players that, like, because she's not scoring 20-something points a game, I think sometimes people want to sleep on defense, and like defense is actually very, very important. It matters a whole lot, and I'm happy that she was able to get this recognition. And since I mentioned engine, I guess we might as well talk about the engine, Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas is, she's Alyssa Thomas. She is the engine for this Phoenix Mercury squad. In her first year with the Phoenix Mercury, she is absolutely rocking and rolling. This team, the reason why they are as good as they are, absolutely is Satou Sabally fantastic. She absolutely is. She's doing her thing, and we see Collier Copper getting healthy, and we're seeing some of the rookies doing their thing for the Phoenix Mercury. But for the Phoenix Mercury, in a lot of ways, it begins and ends with Alyssa Thomas. All right? It begins and ends with her. She is absolutely doing her thing in her big one this season. This is her 6th WNBA All-Star appearance for Alyssa Thomas and her 4th straight All-Star appearance. And so, yeah, that's going to be cool to see. So far, she hasn't played the entire season. She did deal with a little bit of injury. But through 13 games so far, Alyssa Thomas is averaging 14.3 points a game, shooting a career-high 52% from the field. She's also having a career-high year in terms of assists per game as well, with 9.4 assists per game. She is leading the WNBA in that metric. She's also 11th in the WNBA when it comes to rebounds a game with 7.3 rebounds. And she's still in that basketball as well. She is one of those players who just stuffs the stat sheet in a whole lot of ways. And again, one of those players who I just feel like doesn't get the respect that they really deserve of like what they actually do on the court and like how valuable they truly are. Fun fact, guys, this is something that the Phoenix Mercury came up with. They said Alyssa Thomas is on pace to become the first player in WNBA history to average 14 plus points a game, 7 plus rebounds a game, 9 plus assists per game, and 1 plus steals per game while shooting 50% from the field. She will be the only player ever to achieve that. She's on pace to do that by the end of the season. And the only NBA players who have ever done that is LeBron, Magic, and Jokic. So I'm just saying. Truly, Alyssa Thomas is one of one. And also, it is kind of fun every now and then to be watching Alyssa Thomas play, and she's like standing, like she's not even like really in motion, and then you see a player run into her and bounce off. It's just like, man, it's like a brick wall. She don't even have to do anything. Okay? If you are playing against the Phoenix Mercury, you better make sure your teammates call out screens, because you can get decked. And she ain't even putting no effort into it. She just standing there, and you just gonna boom, bounce off. Anyway, that's Alyssa Thomas. That is Alyssa Thomas. Let's continue on. Let's continue on to Angel Reese. Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky, who is making her 2nd appearance in the WNBA All-Star Game. And y'all, hey, I love to see it. Angel Reese is having another really good year on the season so far. When it comes to Angel, she is someone who was primarily more in the paint last year, but this year we are seeing an evolution of her game, right? We are seeing an evolution. We're seeing someone basically say, you know what? I'm going to take the challenge. My coach is challenging me to be a point forward, so therefore I will be a point forward. She has been rocking and rolling for her squad. So far this year, she's averaging a double-double. I mean, what else is new? That's just that's just what she does, right? That is what she does. She leads the league in rebounds with 12.6 rebounds per game. She's averaging 12.4 points a game as well. And so, yeah, she's doing her thing. Absolutely. Also, she is ranked 3rd amongst forwards in the league, averaging 3.8 assists per game. Okay? That is something to note as well. And so, yeah, we'll just continue to see how Angel continues to grow. She recently became the first player ever in league history with 4 straight games of 15 or more rebounds. And like, that's a big accomplishment. And Angel was the fastest ever in the WNBA to reach 500 points and 500 rebounds. And so, yeah, that is something to note as well. Angel has been having a fantastic couple of weeks. She is really learning and growing in front of our very eyes. We all know how great of a rebounder she is. And she's showing that she could do a little bit more when it comes to scoring. Her efficiency is getting a little bit better. And she's just showing that she is an elite she's getting there. She's getting to be an elite facilitator and passer as well. And so that is something that is also very, very good to see. And to wrap up the final name on the list, we have the Golden State Valkyries, who are represented, okay? Golden State Valkyries are represented in Kayla Thornton. I mean, Kayla Thornton is a really good player. She was a really good player for the last several years for the New York Liberty. And then this year, she has basically said, you know what? I will take responsibility for this Golden State Valkyries team, right? I know what they need. And I'm going to rock and roll with this team, all right? I am going to put this team on my back. I am going to look for shots. And that's what she's doing, right? That is what she is doing. She is going to be the Golden State Valkyries' first ever All-Star. 10 years into the league, this is going to be her first time being an All-Star, which is also really, really cool to see. She is, in a lot of ways, the heart and soul of this Golden State Valkyries team. When it comes to points, Kayla Thornton got it. When it comes to points so far, she's averaging 14.9 points a game. When it comes to rebounds, she's doing her thing as well. 7.1 rebounds a game. And the thing I love about her is that she is one of those players that can do a little bit of everything. She's kind of like a post player-ish, but she can knock down a three. She can score inside. She can grab rebounds. And she just is someone who constantly is just working. Lindy is right. She absolutely deserved this nomination. She absolutely did deserve to be a WNBA All-Star with what she has been doing this year, and also with how great this Golden State Valkyries team has performed. Right? You have to reward players who are just hardworking, right? Because with Kayla and with the Golden State Valkyries in general, I feel like a large part of that team is just very they just work. They don't really care about the acknowledgement and all that stuff. They just work, right? And this is someone who has been on several teams, right? She started off with the Washington Mystics, then she went to Dallas, then she went to New York, and now she's with Golden State. And I feel like at this point in her career, she's finally starting to get the respect that she deserves. And we're starting to see that elevation of Kayla Thornton, having her be in the right space at the right time. Okay? And yes, Sam, she is a WNBA champion. She was with the New York Liberty last year as they won their championship. And so shout out to Kayla Thornton, man. Shout out to her for persevering through 10 years of being in the WNBA? 10 years in. And you finally get that All-Star nod. It's awesome to see. So shout out to her. Shout out to the Golden State Valkyries. Just shout out to all the newcomers. Shout out to all the newcomers. So there's the list, guys. Those are the 12 players on the reserves list. This is a perfect mix of established stars, young phenoms, and veterans who are finally getting their due. Honestly, guys, this pool of 22 players is a really balanced, exciting, and awesome group. Okay? Now, the actual 22 is found right here. So so we had, of course, 10 starters in total, and then we have 12 reserve players, and those reserve players and the other starters will be determined by, Napheesa Collier and Caitlin Clark. They will be drafting their squads this Tuesday live on ESPN. And so, yeah, that's going to be something to note. And also, guys, the All-Star Game itself is going to be on July 19th. in Indianapolis. And don't forget, I will be there. And so that should be very exciting. Now, guys, what I want to do is I want to talk through 2 snubs, if you want to call it. Sure. If you want to call it a snub, 2 names. I should just say 2 names that were not on the list and that I wanted to talk about. All right. Because if you all saw the list and you see all the players on it and you're like, okay, why is certain players off this list? Well, we're going to talk about it. Okay. First name that comes to mind when I'm thinking about who's not on this list. First name that comes to mind is Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones with the New York Liberty. This is someone who, so far on the season, is averaging 12.1 points a game, 9.6 rebounds a game, 2.3 assists per game. She is a huge big-time player for this New York Liberty team, right? And her value shows up way more than just points. But here's the deal. I actually think I know why they because guys, remember that fans, media, and players vote for the starters for the All-Star. And then it's coaches that actually decide the reserves. Does that make sense, guys? And so ultimately, the reason why you don't see Jonquel Jones on the list for reserves is because she's hurt. That's why. She is a very elite player, right? She's a big-time player. But if she's hurt, everybody and their mama knows that she's hurt. She's not, and it's not likely that she will be back for All-Star. They're not going to select her. So, therefore, she has not been selected for the WNBA All-Star Game because she's hurt. And why would the coaches vote for someone who is hurt? Okay. W Brazil is given the breakdown. Yes, that is the breakdown for the starters. 50% fan vote, 25% player vote, 25% media vote. That is the split. For the starter vote. Okay? And then the coaches have a say for the reserves. All right? Okay. Let's continue on. Okay? And also, if you all don't believe me about the voting for reserves, I want to point you to WNBA.com where they say, quote, the reserves were selected by the WNBA's 13 head coaches who each voted for 3 guards, 5 front court players, and 4 players at either position, regardless of conference. The coaches were not able to vote for their own players. Okay? That is official from the WNBA itself. So if you don't believe me, literally just go on the WNBA website and you can see that. See it, talk about that. So, because again, guys, I'm always like, hey, if you say something, show your work and talk about it. Okay. Another player who is not on the list, and I've seen some people already today kind of talk about this player and be like, where in the world are they? Why aren't they on this list? And her name is Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes, so far this year, is averaging 17.9 points a game, 3.9 rebounds a game, 4.6 assists per game. Yeah. Brittany Sykes is an absolute bucket. She is, right? And if you all see comments about Slim in the chat, that's who people are talking about. Brittany Sykes, a.k.a. Slim. Okay? So Slim has been doing her thing this year, right? Absolutely has been doing her thing. And she didn't make the All-Star list. And to be honest with you guys, I am actually really shocked. Like, I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that she didn't make the list. I really am. I really am surprised. Yes, Brittany Sykes is a player who was injured, right? So far on the season, the Washington Mystics have played 18 games, and she's only played in 15 of those games. However, she's a straight up bucket. She is a straight up bucket. And I mean, I'm just surprised that both Sonia and Kiki made it and Brittany Sykes didn't. Like I really am kind of shocked by that. Now, even with her missing games and whatnot, in my opinion, Slim was snubbed. I think Slim should have been on there. If anybody should have been on there, I think it should have been Brittany Sykes. So far, she hasn't been as efficient from the three as she has been in other times. And yes, at times, she does hold the ball a little bit too much. Absolutely. That is a thing. That is absolutely a thing. But even with that being said, I still think she should have been an all-star. Right? I still think she should have been an all-star. Not an all-star starter, but at least an all-star reserve. I am shocked. I am actually really shocked that both her rookies made the all-star nomination, but not her. Like I am kind of shocked. Mikey says, check Slim percentages. When I look at those, I kind of get why she isn't selected for the All-Star team. Sonia and Kiki were more efficient from the field than Sykes has been this season. I mean, yes, they are more efficient than her, right? So far on the season, Brittany Sykes is averaging 36% from the field. This is close to her career low. However, she is averaging 17.9 points a game. Yes. Does she hold the ball too much sometimes? Absolutely. And that's something that she's going to work through. But even with that being said, even if you look at her inefficiency, even if you just like look at the eye test and see like, okay, well, sometimes you do be holding the ball a little bit too much and sometimes you do be turning over the basketball. Still with that being said, she should have been an all-star. Riz says that's that fan vote. It's not the fan vote though. It's not the fan vote. For reserves, it is not the fan vote. It is not the fan vote for reserves. Coaches voted for the reserves. Okay? Coaches voted for the reserves. And yes, Brittany Sykes is not the perfect player, but I think she should be an all-star reserve. She should have made the all-star team. Like I am pretty shocked about that. I really, out of everybody, I think she should have been an all-star. Out of everybody. Okay, so look, here's the WNBA website. The reserves were selected by the WNBA's 13 head coaches, who each voted for 3 guards, 5 front court players, and 4 players at either position regardless of conference. The coaches were not able to vote for their own players. Okay? So this is not the fan vote. Could the fan vote have made the coaches think certain ways and like pick certain, maybe, but this was the coaches' vote. This was the coaches. These are the coaches' votes. And so, yeah, that is just something to note, guys. Something to note. Some other players who I wouldn't say got snubbed, but players who like was also very deserving of a all-star nod. I would say would be one of those players would be Azurá Stevens. You all know Azurá Stevens. She plays for the LA Sparks. So far this year, I think Azurá is having an excellent year. She's averaging 14.8 points a game, 8.5 rebounds a game. She is someone who can be a huge spark for this team. Right? Remember, guys, even yesterday, Azurá knocks down several threes, finished with 21 points, 12 rebounds as the LA Sparks beat the Indiana Fever. Right? So many times this year. So many times so many times we have seen Azare just help to win the game for the LA Sparks. She has been a player who has kept LA in games. She has been really, really good this year. And it's just another instance of not everybody can be an all-star. That's just what it is. Not everybody can be an all-star, right? Azare is on her big one this year, right? Career highs when it comes to points. Career highs when it comes to rebounds, right? Career high when it comes to assists. Career high when it comes to steals. Literally, just about any stat, Azare is up on from previous years to this year. Azare is just another player that just... It's just unfortunate because you can only have 22 players. You got 10 starters and you got 12 players on the bench. And there will always be players who won't make the list. And Z, so if you see people say Z in the chat, they mean Azare. Z has been excellent this year. She really has been. She has been a huge, huge player that Lynn Roberts has been able to rely on for this LA Sparks squad. And she is someone that I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see her in the All-Star game, but unfortunately, she did not make it this time around. But hopefully, her time will be coming soon because she's been working. She's been working. Okay, really, really working. All right. Let's see. Boyle says Azare over Kiki. I mean, I agree. Yeah, I agree. W. Bazile says, I think Unrivaled helped prep Azare for this season. I think possibly, yeah. Kentucky Rick said, Kentucky Lucky says Erica Wheeler too. Yeah, Erica Wheeler has been having a really good season. I wouldn't put her in the snub category. Like, I would not put her as high as, Azare and Brittany Sykes and whatnot. I wouldn't put her at that high. But, like, she absolutely, yes. Erica Wheeler is absolutely having a fantastic season. She has, in some ways, Erica Wheeler has been reborn with the Seattle team. Like, she is rocking and rolling with them. And guys, I just love to see it. So far this season for Erica Wheeler, she's averaging 11.9 points a game, 3.4 rebounds a game as well, 3.6 assists per game. If you look at once she basically starting until now, she's had several 20-point games, right? She has been a very efficient player at times for this Seattle Storm team. She's been really good. I wouldn't have put her as a starter or reserve player for Erica Wheeler. I think she's having a good season, but I don't think not all-star quality this year, I would say. But really, really good year for her. Like, she's doing her thing, absolutely. Sister Fate, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, can't wait for your coverage of the All-Star weekend. Congrats on getting your creds and enjoy. Well, thank you so much. Salute to you. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, I will be there, and I'm very... Here's the thing. So, like, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Some, and I think I like it. Like, that's basically... that basically keeps running in my head whenever I think about All-Star weekend. It's going to be so fun. So fun. I'm kind of nervous. So I gotta find... My goal for this upcoming week is to connect with some journalists who has been at All-Stars before, like whether or not WNBA or NBA or whatever. Because I just need to pick their brain about, like, okay, well, what is there? What am I gonna expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is there to expect? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, I just need a little bit of a lay of the land from somebody. So I'm gonna reach out to somebody this week. Be like, hey, can you randomly talk to me for a little bit? So that way I at least kind of know what I'm doing. So anyway, we'll see if I can find somebody. All right. People are talking about Tosh Cloud. Nah. Yeah, I agree, Molly. Yeah, said Cloud, no, she's no better than any of the players who were picked. Yeah. Natasha Cloud had a very strong start to the season. And then she kind of tapered off. So yeah. Let's see. MYB says Gabby Williams gets the defensive credit Reese should also be getting. It's great. It's great her offensive bag is expanding. However, she's been a defensive threat since college. Yes. Here's the thing about Angel that people have, that not everybody realizes. So Angel Reese, when it comes to a post player backing her down, Angel's not that great defensively. But when it comes to a player facing her up, oh, Angel got it. If you are outside of the paint, Angel is looking to steal the basketball from you, and she's a very good defender in every other situation besides a player backing her down. Because a player backing her down, she's just not as great right now. But when it comes to perimeter defense, when it comes to kind of defending on screening rolls, when it comes to just defending a little bit outside the paint, Angel Reese is a really good defender. She absolutely is. And I feel like people know that. I feel like some people recognize that. But yeah, I did just want to mention that. I think Angel, she is a really good defender, not getting posted up, right? In space, she's a really good defender. She's a really good help defender. She can go one-on-one with somebody that's around the 3-point line and they try to get to the rim, and she could do some stuff. She's a really good defender. Just not necessarily posted up defense. And so that's the thing. That is a thing. CSC, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, proud of you, Quita, all-star journalist. I wouldn't call myself a journalist, but I'm excited. I don't know what I call myself. I guess I call myself a YouTuber. I think that's what I call myself, just a YouTuber who loves women's basketball. Go says Angel is not afraid to put her body on the line. That's what makes a good defense. Yeah, I mean she's not afraid. And if you're outside the paint, she's gonna try to steal that basketball, right? Angel has an eye for the ball. She just does. Which is why, as she continues to develop more of a point forward bag, as she continues to develop that, she's going to keep turning into more of a, possibly small forward type of player, which would absolutely just exceed her, her trajectory would just skyrocket for sure. Sarah says, Quita, who do you choose? Choose for what? I don't know. Who do I choose? All right. Row 2 says All-Star Weekend is definitely an all entertainment weekend. Basketball overall is entertainment, but All-Star is definitely fan focused. Yeah, absolutely. And it should be. It should be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boone says Angel has been a really good defender since last year. She was the only rookie to rank in the top 25 in the league. I would say Angel has been a really good defender since college. Right? She's been a really good defender since college. Yeah. She has one of the highest motors. Like, she just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes somewhere. I think sometimes people see her, like, jogging up the court, and they're like, oh, oh, they say whatever they can say. But, like, if you actually really watch Angel play, like, she be doing her thing. She be doing her thing. Quentin says, I think she means if you were a captain, who would you choose for your team? I don't know. It depends. It depends on who's picking first and all. I don't know. I gotta think. Maybe I gotta think about that one. I don't want to just list out names and then change my mind in 5 minutes. So I don't know. All right. Sam says, Quita, who do you want to see in the event challenges? I want to see Sonia in the skills challenge. I hope AG does both. Alicia Gray. I want to see Alicia Gray do both. That to me, that's my only request. I want to see Alicia Gray do the skills in a 3-point contest, and I want to see. Actually, no, I have two. I want to see Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell in the 3-point contest. Everybody else, I don't care. But I would like to see that. Since this game is in Indiana, you have to have the hometown players do their thing, right? And maybe I would also say Aaliyah Boston in the skills challenge, only because like you gotta have your Ari McDonald in the skills challenge. Yes, Ari McDonald in the skills challenge, and preferably both Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark in the 3-point contest. Everybody else, it doesn't totally matter, because I think here's the thing. In my opinion, if an all-star game is in your city, I think you need to have your players, the hometown crowd players, participate in as many things as possible. So yes, I would put Ari in the skills, or anybody, pick a person, any person on the Indiana Fever. Put them in the skills, preferably Ari, because I feel like the crowd just like they love her right now, and like she's a new player, new face, and all that stuff. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And then you got to put Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark in the 3-point contest because it's at home. I believe Caitlin said in the past that she would do, she would do the. She would have some interest of sorts in, now don't 100% correct quote me, because I feel like when she was asked about doing a 3-point thing for the NBA, she was saying that she would do it in she's more interested in doing it in the WNBA, I believe. So like this would make a lot of sense. But if you got Kelsey and Caitlin in the 3-point contest, you kind of got to have Kelsey Plum and Sabrina Ionescu in the 3-point contest as well. Like that may make a lot of sense. Like that would be kind of cool actually. If that could happen. Right? And so yeah, anyway. That's my thoughts. Guys, that's the stream. I just wanted to do a quick stream as we walk through the players who made it. What do y'all think so far? What do y'all think? Go says, Quita, would you put Cunningham out there? She has love from the Indian fans, apparently. I say pick a player, any player. It could be anybody. It doesn't... Guys, truly, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't matter. I just think that, for sure, the Indiana Fever should have representation in the skills and in the 3-point contest. You have to. Because you're at home. You have to have it. So it doesn't matter. Sure, it could be Ari, it could be Sophie, it could be Lexi. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just somebody, anybody. All right, somebody, anybody. So yeah. That's my thing. LJG, don't be calling me out like that. Come on, man. Don't be calling me out. Okay? Says that's the stream. Means that Kuda will be logging off in 20 minutes. How dare you? But I will say, I mean, unfortunately, that's pretty accurate. See, here's the thing. I love when y'all be... Yeah, some of y'all be really funny with y'all call outs. Some of y'all be hilarious calling me out on my tendencies. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. I mean, it's not gonna be true today, but yeah, it does be true a lot of times. Okay. All right. It's funny. It is fun. Y'all funny. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Guys, tomorrow I have a very important show that we are doing in the morning. So make sure to join me here for tomorrow morning as we go through. We're about to dive into the CBA. Will the WNBA have a player lockout, a player walkout? Will we have a season next year after it seems like the players in the league are at a boom, like they're just rocking a hard place. They're just they're not on the same page right now. And we're going to talk through everything we know right now, or not right now, tomorrow morning. We'll talk about everything everything you all need to know about the CBA. What is it? How did it come about? What does the current CBA say? What do the players want? And a whole lot more. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all in the next one. See y'all in the morning tomorrow for another edition of Kuda in the Mornings. Make sure to share the stream with somebody if y'all could. Hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button as well. And until next time, guys. Bye-bye.